A record shopping surge shaping up for Alibaba Singles Day, despite new anti-monopoly pressure hanging over the tech giant's head. Kiko, I know that you've been taking a look at that today as Hong Kong-listed tech shares across the board got walloped on that regulation risk. What are you watching there?
Yeah, I mean, let's start with Singles Day because you pointed to that $56 billion in what is the largest shopping day in China. That is nearly 40% higher than last year. So you could certainly say that was a success story, but a lot of that, to your point, has really been overshadowed by these draft rules that have been put forward by regulators over in China, cracking down on what they describe as these anti-competitive behavior by the major tech companies. And we've seen those tech shares just get hit. We're talking about $280 billion or more than $280 billion in market value lost over the last few days in names like Alibaba, Tencent, Xiaomi, and Meituan as well. Let's talk about what regulators are trying to go after, because there are some similarities between what we're seeing with tech regulators here in the US and what Chinese regulators are raising. One is the exclusivity clause, and this is something that we have seen the likes of Alibaba take part in, cracking down on platforms that force businesses into exclusive agreements. Also unfair pricing, which is something that has been raised, these platforms using individual data of consumers to determine on the same product how much individuals should get charged. And then there's also the concern about companies sharing sensitive consumer data. So it's been interesting to see the share reaction today, but the timing of this is of course no coincidence, because this came down just one day before the largest shopping day in China.
Yeah, also comes after that Ant Group IPO fiasco we saw play out as well. But interesting to think about how China is now right neck and neck with the US in terms of this regulatory concern and question mark. As we see our own tech giants here in the US face similar things, we're going to try and figure out how this is going to shape up.